From Bill Burr calling out Caitlyn Jenner's transition.
This guy walked out a dude, came back a woman. You're just supposed to be like, oh yes, anyways, Caitlyn, that's what I was saying.
To Tony Hinchcliffe humbling Kim Kardashian.
Kim, word of advice, close your legs. You have more public beef than Kendrick and Drake.
Here are 10 times social media influencers got destroyed by comedians. Starting with Bill Burr, who put Caitlyn on blast in an interview with Conan O'Brien.
Bruce became Caitlyn. That was like a national news story, at a ridiculous level.
Right.
There's like baby seals washing up on the beach because there's no fish left. And they're talking to this lady, like, so Bruce, are you gonna go, can your Olympic back handle a D cup, or are you gonna go with like something a little more?
And Bill even got a little nostalgic in his rant.
I miss that guy. I miss him already. He should have told us. He should have given us a chance to say goodbye. I watched him on the Olympics. I watched him on Chips. I watched him on that horrible show my wife watched where he just walks around in the background.
With his jokes, he called out the woke culture in the same breath.
And then you couldn't react. You couldn't on any level be like, oh my God, what the F? On any level, you couldn't say that, or you automatically homophobic. It's like, dude, I didn't hear your inner thoughts. I didn't know what you were doing. All of a sudden, you're supposed to... Dude, you shaved your beard off. People were like, oh my God, that's your chin? Wow.
And before the interview was over, Bill dunked on both Caitlyn and the woke culture supporting her.
This guy walked out a dude, came back a woman. You're just supposed to be like, oh yes, anyways, Caitlyn, that's what I was saying. This housing crisis. I think the bubble's creating again. It's just, God bless him. God bless her. Sorry, they really freak out about the pronouns too.
Yeah.
You say God bless him, and they're like, her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it wasn't only Bill that called out the absurdity that came with Caitlyn's transition, because Dave Chappelle did the same on his Netflix special.
Caitlyn Jenner, whom I've met, wonderful person, Caitlyn Jenner was voted Woman of the Year. Her first year as a woman. Ain't that something? Beat every in Detroit, she's better than all of you. Never even had a period. Ain't that something?
And Chappelle took Caitlyn to the cleaners one last time before moving on.
I'd be mad if I was me. If I was in a BET Awards sitting there and they're like, and the winner for of the year, Eminem, my man. I asked you, why is it easier for Bruce Jenner to change his gender than it is for Cassius Clay to change his name?
But as if roasting the stepmother wasn't enough, comedians like Tony Hinchcliffe put Caitlyn's stepdaughter in place too.
A whale's which reminds me, Kim Kardashian's here. She's had a lot of black men celebrate in her end zone. Kim, word of advice, close your legs. You have more public beef than Kendrick and Drake.
Despite this brutal roast, social media influencers Teddy and Doughboy still asked for a roast battle with Tony.
Hey, my man, you ain't no wrestler. What the f you got on wrestling shoes for?
Whoa, you guys are mean.
Absolutely.
Jimmy Neutron granddaddy right here.
But when his turn came, the duo realized Tony is on a whole other level.
You guys look like a before and after for a product that doesn't work.
Oh, we just like before
For
and
real?
before?
For real? Is that funny
Really?
from the break room?
What does ADD stand for? A dose of diabetes?
I wasn't ready for any of this.
Yeah. Do you have something for this?
And as Tony was finishing up his roasts, the duo sorely regretted battling him.
Doughboy? Wait, what?
His name is Doughboy.
Doughboy?
Yeah, I spell it D-O-B-O-Y.
He thinks he's different.
D-O-B-O-Y. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd misspell it. You guys are two of my favorites, 2 Chins and ASAP Rocky Road.
Wow.
Just like Tony humiliated Kim Kardashian on live TV, Ricky Gervais did the same during his 2012 Golden Globe monologue.
The Golden Globes are to the Oscars what Kim Kardashian is to Kate Middleton, basically. What? Bit louder, bit trashier, bit drunker, and more easily bought.
Not stopping at destroying Kim, he also burned the whole beauty influencer industry casually from his bathtub.
Hi guys, Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for. If you don't vote the right way, that's like a hate crime. It makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country. and you don't want that.
And similar to how Ricky annihilated bogus influencers, Shane Gillis also went off on The Rock for his pretentious fitness content.
I'm taking shots at The Rock, dude.
You think you could get up The Rock?
The Rock up, dude. I'm sick of him.
Why are you sick of him?
Well, it started a long time ago, but I was hungover one day, waking up in a hotel, and I just, looked at Instagram.
Yeah.
It's just The Rock. It's like disrupting in my iron paradise. I was like, this guy.
Shut up.
I was just like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Good.
But before he moved on, Shane exposed The Rock for what he actually is.
And then he posts like cheat day videos.
Yeah, and it's like,
I earned this, and he just eats cookies and shit. It's like, dude, you're in Fast and Furious movies in the WWF.
Shut up.
Relax on yourself.
Dude, you were the worst part of Moana. Shut up.
Yeah.
While Shane just roasted The Rock in banter, Jimmy Fallon went all out when the Mike Tyson vs. Jake Paul fight was announced.
Everyone is talking about this tomorrow night on Netflix. 58-year-old boxing legend Mike Tyson is coming out of retirement to fight 27-year-old YouTuber Jake Paul. And to make sure people watch, one will be dressed as Glinda, the other will be dressed as Elphaba.
And Jimmy only got more brutal when he indirectly called out the fight's authenticity.
Yeah, the big fight is tomorrow, and fans are already making signs to hold up at the arena. And we saw some earlier. We have some right here. Look at this sign. It says, "These punches are softer than the food Biden eats." Look at this other sign. This sign says, "My girlfriend who lives in Canada is more real than this." And finally, look at this sign. Finally, it says, "Nobody's faked anything this much since Stormy Daniels."
But before wrapping up, Jimmy dropped one last sarcastic bomb.
But don't miss the undercard with more fights between boxing legends and YouTube stars like George Foreman versus the I Like Turtles kid.
I like turtles.
Manny Pacquiao versus the Chocolate Rain guy. Chocolate Rain. Sugar Ray Leonard versus the Grape Stop lady.
While Jimmy humbled Jake Paul, Tim Dillon demolished his brother instead. And it all started when Tim was pulling Logan's leg while talking about KSI.
I'm going to actually channel you, Theo, because I feel like I'd be able to hurl a lot of good insults. Just like,
dude. Do you guys not like each other? Is it like one of those things?
Nah, I hate the kid.
Really?
Yeah. It's
and he's a black kid from England.
That's not why I hate him.
No, I know. I'm not saying
wait. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. So you're fighting for the white race.
And as the conversation turned to his controversial past, Logan was surprised by Tim's support.
Have you ever done one of those where you regretted it, like a crazy prank? Well, obviously the one that we all know about.
The one in the forest. Probably.
Yeah, right, that one. But which I didn't even think was offensive. I was like, whatever.
I didn't either. You don't strike me as a person who found it offensive.
But little did Logan know that Tim was about to flip the script on him.
No, I mean, me and my friends played with dead people, alive people, people in the middle, but we just didn't. We couldn't get,
Why did you?
We just couldn't get any. We couldn't monetize it because we were from the generation that can't monetize the sociopathy.
And that wasn't Logan's only time getting humbled on live TV, because Andrew Schultz also shot him down in front of thousands during one of his WWE matches.
But who did you come to see tonight? Logan, nobody is here to see you.
It all started when Logan called for Andrew, thinking he was there to see him.
Yeah, Schultz, I see you, and I know you see me. Real recognize real. Talent recognize talent. In fact, check this out. Get this dude a mic. Get Schultz a mic. Come on, I've done this podcast. Come on, you always got something to say. Don't be shy.
But as usual, Logan's happiness was short-lived.
Come on, tell the people why you came out to MSG tonight. I came out to MSG tonight for the reason we're all here, to see the steel cage match. That's why I came out. The cage is here? CM Punk and Seth Rollins. That's who I came out to see.
And Andrew completely eviscerated Logan in front of the crowd.
Okay, those are guys who are here. Yeah. But who did you come to see tonight? Logan, nobody is here to see you. You are not in Cleveland, Ohio, buddy. This is New York City. This is a real city, a real arena, and we like real wrestlers.
But while Logan was only humiliated twice, Andrew Tate, on the other hand, was mocked by 4 separate comedians on their own podcasts, starting with Tim Dillon.
He's just describing how he would attack a female partner if she ever accused him of cheating. And he goes, it's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her by the neck. Like, you got to threaten her. She got it right up next to her.
Well, but my whole thing is, if he didn't cheat, and she's accusing him of cheating, how's he supposed to respond?
And then came Andrew Schultz's turn.
A guy that lives in Romania and does what he does there, which is own casinos, apparently has slaves?
That's the crazy.
I don't know what he does.
People have slaves. You can't just say people have slaves.
That's the allegation. Female slaves?
That makes it better.
I don't know what it is.
But when Andrew invited True Geordie on his podcast, he too buried Tate 6 feet deep.
I couldn't give a shit about Andrew Tate.
Really? Would you box him or celebrity boxing?
Well, he has a
Jake
fighting
Paul?
I
background.
mean, if
knew
he
you
come
didn't
up to me
respect
in my face,
yeah,
I would absolutely punch him in the face. But am I going to make effort to go running every morning? No, I don't care. He's not worth that.
And the best mockery happened when Tate was invited on Tom Segura's podcast and began his usual misogynist commentary.
If you want to keep your man happy, you need to think, how do I make my man look better to the world? How do I make him look better in front of other men? You know what? If I were to just make him 2 coffees and shut the fuck up,
yeah,
he's going to look like the big G. And he's going to be in love with me. That's what you have to do as a woman.
But instead of getting triggered, Tom perfectly played along with top-notch satire.
Well, let me just stop you real quick and say something. You got a lot of work to do.
Me?
Yeah.
I brought you 2 coffees this morning because you were coming in, and I said, Tommy, here's your 2 coffees. I did.
I'm just saying, he made a lot of sense. And I'm just saying, keep taking notes. Don't even talk to me.
Just like Tate was mocked for his comments, Mark Normand also took Greta Thunberg to task on Theo Von's podcast.
What happened to her, by the way?
Bro,
she jumped ship.
Well, she started saying stuff that liberals didn't agree. She started she was speaking out for Palestine, and now they're like, f her.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, what about the environment? I thought that was her. She would take a steamboat from Sweden to yell at somebody on a soapbox.
And Mark instantly locked in to roast Greta with witty jokes.
Oh, damn. Wow. How old is she now? Has she got an OnlyFans?
I don't.
Oh, 22. All right. She's of age.
Oh, we're going to hell.
I'm
But
sorry.
hey, we're going together. Dude,
well, she got a solar-powered vibrator.
Remember?
Check out my carbon foot fetish.
Showing that comedians don't think twice before calling out phony influencers.